I understand that to some that felt either ill-timed or unclear, or maybe both. And for those who think I did point a finger, I get why you're upset. If the situation was reversed, there's a good chance I'd have felt the same way. I have many friends and family members on the other side who I love and remain close to, even though we don't agree on politics at all. I don't think the murderer who shot Charlie Kirk represents anyone. This was a sick person who believed violence was a solution, and it isn't. Ever. And also
So that was Jimmy Kimmel making his return to late-night television last night to his show with an emotional monologue following his suspension by ABC last week for comments made in the wake of the killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Joining me now with his thoughts, his reaction, is television critic Bill Brioux. Bill, good morning to you. I heard one comedian describe Kimmel last night as triumphant. What were your impressions of his opening monologue?
Yeah, that's an excellent word. I'd say triumphant. I'd say also emotional, unrepetitive, but, he really, I thought, was a tremendous evening, and he represented everything that was at stake. He made conciliatory statements. He, never his intention to make light of the murder of a young man. He expressed a lot of gratitude, even to people like Ted Cruz, who he's never agreed with on anything. But Cruz did say Kimmel has the right to free speech in America. So it was quite a night.
Why do you think ABC brought him back?
Well, I think that there was quite an effective pushback to his being, off the air for a week there, that Disney stock went down, a lot of people canceling their Disney Plus subscriptions, including Howard Stern. You heard from people all over the place, a lot of famous people and a lot of just regular folks saying enough is enough. We live in the United States, a land of free speech, and this guy's a comedian and he gets to do this.
Some local ABC affiliates, namely Nexstar, not airing the show. So what does this mean? Does this mark a turning point for how networks handle controversies?
It's an interesting story, one to follow. Nexstar and Sinclair, most of their stations are in red states. They're smaller stations. Their affiliates aren't, in New York or Los Angeles. They're in places that people don't probably watch Jimmy Kimmel Live that much. So I don't think it's going to have a tremendous impact. It's 20% of the number of his stations, but in terms of strategic where they are, I don't think it's going to hurt his numbers that much. That being said, it's just very telling about how television is changing, broadcast TV in particular. And if, ultimately Kimmel may be better to take this crusade and his sense of humor and everything else to the internet, to do podcasting, to follow the lead of people like Conan O'Brien, a fellow late night host who's carved out a whole new career that way.
Lastly, I want to ask you about Trump threatening once again to sue ABC. What does that tell you about the influence of late night comedy in conversation?
Well, good luck with that, Donald. Kimmel even joked about the car, Brendan Carr, the FCC chief last night. He said that this was the worst car Republicans had backed since the Tesla.
Tesla truck, yeah.
Right. So he's not going to stop joking, and that's why people watch Jimmy Kimmel. It's wonderful to see him so emotional last night. That's the kind of guy he is. But Trump's saying a lot of things now, and trying to fix Jimmy again may be harder than fixing the elevator at the United Nations.
Yeah, the escalator and the teleprompter. Don't forget that, Bill.
Thank you, Marcia. You're right. I wish I had one just now.
They're not always reliable, but, they're pretty good. Bill, thank you. Great to see you again. Bill Brioux. We'll talk to you again soon.